Crusader ball. First and 10, the 5-yard line.
First and 10 here for the Crusaders on their own 7-yard line. Isaac Corian shotgun. 2 receivers to his right and left, running back in the backfield. Looking for a pass going deep. Oh! Had a receiver overthrew him. Ty McNeil burned his defender, but couldn't make the connection.
Corey, obviously the Hermiston transfer, who's been known to be a dual threat quarterback, just missed him there.
Corey dropping back to pass, running. He's gonna throw one deep. Incomplete.
Well, you see the scrambling ability there. He got worked out to his right by the blitz from the prolific edge rushes that O'Day has. But unfortunately, Carson Downs was unable to come up with the reception.
Fourth down for the Crusaders. Sending the punt squad onto the field. Michael Bartle. Sage Sellepick looking to receive. Gets the ball. Running. Has blockers. Running up to his left. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, O'Day! Sage Sellepick with the punt return touchdown.
Wow, what a great start for O'Day there, seizing momentum. Wow, a stunning special teams collapse early on for the Crusaders.
Extra point here by Owen Livingston. Kick is up and good. O'Day to 0.
Livingston, one of the most consistent kickers in the Metro League. He was Metro League all-first team last year, and he continues that consistency here. The crowd was unable to rattle him on that one. O'Day averaging 44 points per game so far this season. They've had a prolific offense. So have the Crusaders. and so far Ode able to strike first.
Here are the Crusaders getting ready to receive the kick. I believe we're back to return. Both of them had a great game last week, combined 12 carries, I believe, for over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Nick Jones here returning. Going out to his left, has blockers! Gets tackled at EC's 45-yard line at the great return.
There we go. That's what the Crusaders needed right there. A huge return. That's going to give them great field position for their offense to go back out there. There we go.
Here comes the EC offense back onto the field.
Both teams have been lauded for their talent on both sides of the ball. Do not sleep on the special teams. They're already making a huge impact.
Coming out in the pistol.
Corey gonna hand it off to Jeremiah Burrows, gonna run up the gut. Gets about 4 yards on that carry.
Well, look, JB is a terrific running back, but he's facing a punishing Ode defense tonight. They've got a stellar D-line headed by Pocky Crawford, who was the 2023 Metro League D-Lineman of the Year. They also have junior edge rushers David Schwartzel and Famitu Siale, who both are highly touted prospects with multiple offers from high-level colleges like Penn State, Michigan, FSU, Miami.
Corey here, shotgun. Gonna hand it off to Burrows again, but swallowed up immediately. He might have lost a yard on that run. Third and 7 here for the Crusaders. Corey gonna go an empty. 3 receivers to his right, 1 receiver to his left, and a running back. Gonna drop back to pass. Pressure is coming! And gets sacked by David Schwartzel.
Well, there he is, David Schwartzel. He's the number 2 person in his state right now, number 2 recruit out of the junior class of 2026. You see why right there. Immediately there, Corey had nowhere to go with the ball.
Coming into this game, EC knew they had to worry about those 2-star DNs for Ode. We'll have to see if EC's offense can fix that. They're able to stop them this game. Michael Bartle here to punt. Booted deep. Gonna bounce. And gonna stop at the 24-yard line.
Touchdown, Chase Salopek, 39 yards home for
The Irish ball, 1st and 10 for the 23-yard line.
second possession of the game. After punting,
Ode's offense here back on the field. Hand it off here. Gonna go bounce to the outside. It's tackled by Jalen Keller at point.
Well, yeah, you saw Keller. He was the corner on that play, playing contain. He came right inside as soon as he saw the runner bounce it to the outside, and he was right there to make the play and get the tackle.
Second and 7 here for the Irish.
2nd and 7 for Ode.
Leverett, 2 running back behind him. Gonna run it again. Immediately gets tackled in the backfield.
And that was number 4, Wasi Lugalobi with the stop once again for another tackle for a loss. I believe that's the second of them. Lugalobi might be perhaps the EC's most impactful defensive player. He's always around the ball, whether he's at linebacker or on the D-line. They have so many ways. Dom has so many ways that he likes to play him, and he's all over the field at all times. You see him lined up at the linebacker position right now.
3rd and 8 here for the Irish. After that tackle for loss, then Weber going to drop back to pass. Cavs tight end number.
First down for O'Day. The catch made by Xander Turner.
Number 80, Xander Turner there with the catch in the first down for the Irish.
1 yards and a Fighting Irish first down.
First down.
Well, Xander Turner, he's a senior for O'Day, and he's committed to Eastern Washington. He's a difference maker for O'Day when they do decide to throw the ball, even though they're very run heavy typically.
Leverett here, 2 backs behind him. And gonna hand it off again.
Of 4 state championships for the Irish.
2nd and 8 here for the Irish. Gonna be a false start for the Irish.
Second for Cedric Bentley on O'Day in the first.
That's gonna be on the center, Kingston Fatuali for the false start.
That was on the captain, Kingston Kutuali. Rare mistake for him.
Well, O'Day obviously dealing with some losses on their offensive line. They lost both a starting offensive guard, Isandre Afua, who committed to Texas A&M and was the #1 ranked player in the state for any team last year. And they also lost their starting offensive tackle, Kai Holek, to San Diego State.
2nd and 13 here for the Irish. Gonna hand it off again. Springfield with the run there. 12 yards on that run. Going to be the 3rd and 1 for the Irish.
Springfield obviously with a big task this year, trying to fill the shoes of Jason Brown, who was O'Day's prolific running back last year.
Running back slips in the backfield. That's going to be 4th down for the Irish.
Brings up 4th and 3 for the Irish.
And the Irish look like they're going to punt here.
Speaking about the big shoes to fill for Springfield, last year here, O'Day did beat EC. In that game, Jason Brown did have 185 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. So Springfield does have some shoes to fill.
Back home for the Crusaders is Jalen Keller, who had a punt return for a touchdown in last week's game against Garfield, looking to achieve more of the same here.
Punt here. That one's gonna go out of bounds. About the 27-yard line. Here comes Eastside Catholic's offense coming back on the field with 17 seconds left. Past 2 drives, they weren't able to score any points, so hopefully they can make that change.
Yes, hopefully the Crusaders here can gain some momentum to take into the end of the first quarter here.
1st and 10 here. Isaac gonna hand it off to Jeremiah Burrows, gonna run up the gut. Gets about 1 yard with that carry. He was stopped immediately by that O'Day defensive line.
Well, yes, that O'Day defensive line, as we've been talking about, full of a bunch of studs, some might say. They are absolutely always getting to the point of attack, and that's a problem that the Eastside Catholic offense is definitely going to have to address. Well, so far, special teams making all the difference.
I didn't know exactly what he was doing, but I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's scary. Okay, you save that. Save that.
Second and 9 here for the Crusaders. Going to hand off to Jeremiah Burrows. Gets about 5 yards on that run. 6 yards on that run by Jeremiah Burrows. 3rd and 3 here for the Crusaders.
Keep an eye on the receiver near side of the field. He's got a lot of space there if he wants to run an inside route on the 3rd and short.
Corey going to roll to his right. Going to dump it off.
And a big hit by O'Day. Number 9 lost their helmet. Owen Bruskern lost his helmet while trying to make the tackle. He'll run off the field and get that first.
Carson Macular with the catch, so was able to get the first down for the Crusaders. 1st and 10 here on their own 40. Corey's going to drop back to pass. Going to screen pass to Jeremiah Burrows. Tackled immediately. No gain on that pass.
You have to like the idea. They set up the running back screen. Burrows had 3 O-linemen in front of him, and they were trying to capitalize off of what looked like a heavy O'Day blitz, but unfortunately, there was the linebacker who was able to bring him down. If he didn't get that tackle, Burrows would have had a lot of room in front of him and multiple blockers.
Second down on the way for Eastside and Kaplan.
Second and 9 here for the Crusaders. Corey's going to hand off to Burrows and tackled in the backfield. There's flags on the play.
Near the end of the play, which is gravel penalty calls.
Heavy dose of Burrows tonight. They do have a great change of pace back with Jones.
Nicholas Jones.
I called his number yet. Burrows is fighting for every single yard.
119 yards. The crazy thing was 109 of the yards were pulled back through the penalty, which included 3 touchdowns. But still 119 yards and a touchdown. Not a bad each.
Penalty, there was a false start for the Crusaders. O'Day declines the penalty. We'll take the loss it down, and here's 3rd down for 3rd and 12 for the Crusaders here.
Well, the Crusaders talking it over on the sideline. They've got to get it to their playmakers. JB, I don't know if he can get 13 yards when they need it right here. It's a lot to ask from a running back right now, especially with the way this defensive line for O'Day has been playing.
Corey's going to have to air it out, look for star receivers if they want this one. Here he goes. Corey going to throw one deep into right over his receiver. Pass just goes right over Asa Thompson's head.
Melissa Thompson back this week after he suffered an ankle injury against Bishop Blanchette 2 weeks ago. But he's back now, the 2023 All-Metro first team wide receiver for the Crusaders, a crucial part of their attack, just unable to bring in the ball that Corey looked like was a little bit out of his reach there.
Here comes the Crusaders. Michael Bartle here to punt for the third time today. Punt is up. Touchdown to 16. There's a flag on the field.
Penalty, but for the Crusaders, that first punt, bit of a nightmare situation, but the two cents have been excellent downfield coverage and enough air time on the ball to get the kicking team in the field.
Well, EC's crowd continues to bring the energy. It's just a question of can the players feed off of the energy that the crowd is bringing right now. All in all, the Crusaders defense has actually been doing a pretty solid job so far of limiting O'Day's offense, save for the special teams mistake.
First and 10 here. O'Day here at their own 16-yard line. Elaborate here. Handed off there to Springfield. Second and 8 here.
The ball did come out at some point, I believe, right when they stopped the play from the stop line.
Officials are talking about who has the football here because the Eastside Catholic Crusader did come out that pile with the ball. But the initial ruling was it was still O'Day's ball at that 2-yard run.
Multiple officials still conferring here. Looks like they're going to keep it in the hands of the O'Day offense. Still first down. Yep.
First down here for O'Day. Leverett gonna throw deep. Incomplete.
It was in and out of his hands. He tried to corral it with his right hand and bring it in with his other, but he was unable to get his hands around the ball. Wow. Nearly a huge connection for the O'Day Fighting Irish there.
That's where that pass needed to be. Right in the breadbasket, laying out for it, when it's perfect, anywhere to see it.
Was a beautiful pass by Leverett, but receiver just couldn't haul it in. Second and 10 here for the Irish. They're going to run on the inside. Gets about 2 yards with that run.
Well, Eastside Catholic's rush defense is also terrific. We've mentioned O'Day's rush defense, but EC has a lot to say as well. Matter of fact, accounting for sack losses, they held Garfield to negative 58 yards rushing last week. Simply incredible.
3rd and 8 here for the Irish. Lever going to drop back to pass, going to look over the middle. Intercepted!
Carson McAleer.
Intercepted by the linebacker Carson McAleer. The EC's ball in O'Day's territory.
What a huge play by the senior linebacker. He's one of EC's defensive leaders, making a great play on the ball there. And now EC gets the ball right in the red zone. This is what their offense needs, and they can go and score it to make it a tie game.
Defense just gave EC's offense a perfect opportunity and place for them to finally put some points on the board. Here's Isaac Corey here. Handed off to Jeremiah Burrows up the middle and absolutely goes nowhere with that run.
You can see Burrows' tenacity. He continues to drive his legs down the field, similar to that of NFL running back Isaiah Pacheco in a way, but simply not a lot of room for him before he collides with a defender. So even if he can drive forward, he's still not able to corral much of a gain for the Crusaders.
Corey here. Gonna hand it off again to Burrows. He's tackled in the backfield, still getting pushed back. And that O'Day D-line is just making problems for the EC's run game. Just not able to move that ball whatsoever.
Yeah, as soon as Burrows got the ball, he was met with an O'Day defender. He tried to spin out of it, but then there was just more defenders there and really just nowhere for him to go so far. And they'll bring in number 22, Nick Jones, who's Burrows' spellback.
3rd and 14 here for the Crusaders. Isaac Corey here in shotgun. Receiver to his right and left and a tight end.
Eastside Catholic.
Timeout here by Eastside Catholic.
Timeout at the half.
Crusaders offense. Stepping back on 3rd and 14 here. Here's Corey. Dropping back to pass. He's going to throw into the right side. Incomplete pass. Incomplete pass to Asa Thompson.
Pass is in for 10. Asa Thompson, ball's incomplete. Brings up 4th and 14 for the Crusaders.
You see Thompson, he had the one-on-one he wanted, unable to bring it in. He is someone who is excellent at those 50-50 balls with just him, one other defender, but he was unable to bring it in that time.
That sounds great. We really need this kick right here. You cannot come up empty on this possession.
It's Connor Brandt, Eastside Catholic's kicker here, putting up the kick. And it is good.
And that looked like it had plenty more to go. That could have been good from another 5-10 yards out.
So on Eastside Catholic's 4th drive, we're finally able to put up some points on the board. Closing down this lead from O'Day, 7-3 with O'Day with the lead.
It looks like there may have been a flag on
Personal foul, roughing
Roughing
the
the
kicker
kicker.
on O'Day. That's gonna be a first down for the Eastside Catholic Crusaders.
That's a huge break for EC. Their offense gets another chance here, deep in enemy territory.
First and 10 here for the Crusaders.
They bring in the jumbo package with number 37, Hudson McCauley, serving as the halfback.
First and goal here on O'Day's 10-yard line. Corey is going to option. He's going to keep it running to the outside. Gets about 3 yards with that carry.
Well, it was a read option, and Corey decided to keep it, bounced it to the outside. He showed off some of his elusiveness, but ultimately only able to pick up 2. Another flag. And it'll be a holding on the offense. Well, quite frankly, about O'Day's defensive line, I'm sure it's got to be hard for these Crusaders not to hold sometimes when you're going up against the guys that they're going up against.
First and 17 Crusaders.
Personal goal here again. Isaac Corey with the QB drop, the middle. Breaks a tackle. Still moving, getting pushed by Crusaders. He's eventually going to get taken down at about the 2-yard line.
How about that? Isaac Corey put his body on the line. You won't see quarterbacks do that very often. That is tenacity and grit right there. Wow. And nearly fought all the way to the end zone. At the very least, he gained at least 3 to 5 yards with that final push.
Just the effort by Corey just to put his body on the line, just keep pushing. And also effort by the old lineman to have his quarterbacks back and just try to get him into that end zone. So second and goal here on the 3-yard line for the Crusaders. Corey here. Hand off to Jeremiah Burrows, and he might have gotten a yard with that run.
2-yard line for number 6, Jeremiah Burrows.
Well, it was a trap run, so we had a leading blocker, but there was 2 O'Day defensive linemen that were both right there.
And they're going to hand it off to Jeremiah Burrows. Jeez. And he stopped short again.
1-yard loss on the run.
Difficult decision here for the Crusaders. I mentioned before, no doubt 4-down territory, but you have to wonder if the Crusaders are second-guessing things with just how stout this O'Day defense has been.
Fourth and goal for the Crusaders on their own 2-yard line. They're going to keep the offense in the field. Here's Corey and empty. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left.
Look out for maybe a designated run, but there it is. Well, they tried to do a Cam Newton-esque power run right up the middle. It was a designated run, but O'Day had 6 or 7 D linemen on the line, no running back there. It was 5 outside, 5 wide, and so they all got in there, and there was nowhere for Corey to go with the ball.
First and 10 from the 3-yard line.
A huge stop for O'Day. And EC unable to capitalize off of Carson McAleer's interception deep in the red zone. And now we might look at that penalty, the roughing the kicker, a little differently when you realize that EC could have walked away with 3 points on the board.
First and 10 here for the Irish at their own 3-yard line.
It is worth noting how EC did force 2 safeties against Garfield in their win.
Handoff here. Springfield. It's down to about the 7-yard line.
I gotta say, Springfield making a good impression so far. Not quite as bruising as Jason Brown was, as he was around 5'11", 210, whereas Springfield is closer to 170 and standing 5'7". But he's still showing off some speed and elusiveness here, able to cut through the EC defense.
2nd and 6 here for the Irish at their own 7-yard line. Gonna hand it off to Springfield again. Gets about 3 yards with that run.
3-yard run by Uriah Springfield brings up 3rd and 3. O'Day.
3rd and 3 here for O'Day.
It's interesting to see how head coach Monty Kohler, you know, with his run-heavy approach, you would wonder if he would start to use 2 running backs, but he has always been a bell cow running back kind of guy. Miles Gaskin, the NFL running back, came from O'Day, and you see why.
We're gonna run it up the middle again with Springfield. I think it's gonna be short of that 1st down marker. Gets tackled about the 9-yard line there. That's gonna be a 4th down for O'Day.
4th and 2 for the Irish.
They're gonna punt this ball away.
Well, as I mentioned before,
Jalen Keller here with the receiving the punt and tackled immediately.
The
44-yard line.
there with multiple O'Day linemen. But a late flag.
Flag on the play.
Perhaps unnecessary roughness. There was multiple O'Day players on the kicking team that got in there. But yeah, Keller had nowhere to go with the ball.
Let's see here. Unsportsmanlike conduct here on O'Day. It's going to give Eastside Catholic a few more yards.
And once again, EC starting off on the plus side of the field. We'll see if they're able to capitalize this time around.
Those penalties you can live with, small things here and there, unsportsmanlike. Those are really big chunks, losses of down, possible ejections that get serious. That's very, very.
1st and 10 here for the Crusaders.
Is that a different quarterback there for the Crusaders?
Yeah.
Luca Villasenor? And the Crusader lost their helmet there. That was number 53, Jojo Matsuria. He has been a
Flags
difference
on the
maker.
field. But yeah, that was EC's backup quarterback who's in the game.
We'll have to see if that was still a one-play gimmick or if that's continuing. Corey maybe was banged up from the multiple designated quarterback runs that he ran in the red zone, where he was taking the ball to the goal line and, as we mentioned, putting his body on the line. I can't think of anything in terms of his performance that would warrant a benching early on. That would definitely cannot be that. And the offensive coordinator for the Crusaders talking to their huddle, and he appears to be in there. So it looks like they're planning on keeping him on the field.
Referees here discussing the flags on the field. There's 3 of them thrown on that play.
No sign of Corey on the sidelines.
There's a penalty on both sides of the field to offset and just replay 1st down.
Replay 1st down, 1st and 10 Crusaders on the 42-yard line.
Holding call, legal man downfield, and then dead ball penalties.
Here's number 16, Luca Villasenora here.
Which is the 42, first and 10.
Here's quarterback.
Eastside Catholic.
Isaac Corey is nowhere to be found on Eastside Catholic sideline.
He may have headed to the locker room while we were not looking. Interesting to see what his potential throwing ability will be. Asa Thompson, the prolific receiver, lined up far side of the field. Well, here we go. Villasenora in at quarterback.
Here's our two wide receivers to his right and left. Here comes that rush.
Intercepted!
Intercepted!
He was brought down.
EC tried to do a screenplay there to Jeremiah Burrows. The pass seemed like it was a little bit behind him, and Jeremiah Burrows couldn't even got like one hand on that ball. Just tipped up in the air, just intercepted by O'Day.
Wow, as we've mentioned, the Crusaders trying that screen pass again and again because they're trying to counter O'Day's terrific defensive line. I like the play call, but they were unable to execute.
First and 10 here for O'Day.
Well, we have received some huge news about Isaac Corey, Niles.
Seems like he's went into that locker room here, dealing with some type of pain in his shoulder, it seems like.
He's questionable return, but it did not look good.
Here's O'Day with that run. No yards on that one.
Well, this presents a huge crossroads for the Crusaders. Their defense has been doing strong throughout the game. They've just got to keep doing their job. But how will the offense respond? They've been struggling so far. They've had the ball multiple times on the plus side of the field. And now you have their second string quarterback coming in, making a mistake early on. How will he recover? And can the Crusaders offense get the ball rolling once this defense is able to hopefully make a stop for them?
EC's offense been struggling today. It's really been the EC's defense putting them in great position. Also some penalties helping EC's offense move down that field. It hasn't been the offense themselves moving. A timeout here by O'Day. Here to talk things over.
And yeah, EC has gotten plenty of penalties to help them along. Multiple chances given to them by the roughing the kicker penalty and other additional unnecessary roughness and frankly undisciplined penalties by the Irish, but they've just been unable to capitalize. You had the macular interception early on, which is rare to see from O'Day because frankly they don't throw the ball much. So just unable to capitalize. But a low scoring game nonetheless. As expected, no offense has been able to score so far. And the only points are from the punt return touchdowns.
Comes the Irish offense back onto the field. Being ready for 3rd and 10 here on their own 45-yard line.
It would be interesting to see what would be the Crusaders' strategy with such little time left if they were to get the ball back. Do you air it out or do you just play it safe and take it into the half?
Leverett's going to throw one deep. Going to try to throw into the wide receiver. Intercepted!
He's got blockers!
He has blockers! Is that Rossi?
Indeed it was. Wasi Lukalobi in with the interception. Wow.
He's just a huge playmaker for this Eastside Catholic defense.
Well, the ball wavered a little bit in the air. I'm not sure if it was tipped or what happened, but there was 3 Crusader defenders in the area. Wasi able to make the play. And once again, what will the Crusaders offense do here? They have the ball almost in the plus side of the field once again, but with only 26 seconds left, can they move the ball enough to maybe give Connor Brandt, the Eastside Catholic kicker, a shot at a field goal?
Try something. I believe they have 2 timeouts left too, so they want to conserve time. Maybe they can take a few shots over the middle, take some timeouts, or they're just going to have to target the sideline if they want to put up any points before this quarter ends.
6 seconds remaining.
His corner is playing far back right now for the flag.
Starts delay of game.
Flag on the play.
Really, senor.
I find it interesting that O'Day only uses 1 safety in this type of situation.
The Crusaders.
They had 2 corners, both playing 10 yards off the ball, and only 1 safety in the middle of the field despite the situation. They play with a lot of linebackers. And now it looks like they have 2 safeties out there.
Here's Luca Villasenor back out there.
Flanked wide is Connor Flynn.
Here it is. Gonna hand it off to Jeremiah Burrows, and it's immediately tackled in the backfield.
And it looks like the Crusaders just going to let it rock on out and take it into half. We'll be back after a short break.
EC here receiving the kick. The start of the third quarter. Jeremiah Burrows, he will touch back here.
He didn't look like he signaled for the fair catch.
Crusader ball, first and 10.
Touch back here.
What will EC do? How will they respond? They have a lot going against their way. Multiple mistakes, turnovers, and missed opportunities. And now, as we've been mentioning, they have their second string quarterback, number 16, coming into the game. Luca Villasenor. How will he respond? Quite frankly, there is no bigger position other than perhaps a playoff game. Wait a minute. That's Corey.
Yep. Corey's back in the game.
Wow.
First and 10 here for the Crusaders. Jeremiah Burrows. 9 yards on that run.
And that's huge. Corey back in the game. We'll see how the shoulder injury affects him going forward and if it becomes a nagging issue. Unclear if it's a shoulder injury with his throwing arm or his non-throwing arm. But that is a huge moment right there. See him back out there. And a sigh of relief for Crusaders fans.
First and 10 here for the Crusaders. Corey gonna hand it off here. Jeremiah Burrows up the middle. About the first down with that one. Drag the defender with him to get that first down.
Burrows finally finding some space here. Maybe the second half here, he can start to break open some big runs and start to wear down this O'Day defensive line and linebacker core.
First and 10 here for the Crusaders on their own 40.
Two tight ends on the left.
Hand it off to Burrows again up the middle. Brings a tackle. Burrows gonna run down to the. Been effective play after play.
The Burrows is getting downfield and these holes are developing. It's a completely different team and a completely
First and 10 here on O'Day's 36-yard line for the Crusaders. Here's Corey. Gonna hand it off to Burrows again, running to his left. Ooh. Trucks a defender. He's taken down about 3 on that run.
He's taken down by Davion Sherwood. But wow, that was a tremendous hit. It looked like it was on Sage Solopek, who's been a playmaker for O'Day's defense and offense. But Burrows delivered the hit, showing not only can he take hits, he can dole them out too. You love to see that up.
See it all the time, Burrows. He doesn't shy away from contact. He'll break a tackle if he needs to.
They got Bunch on the right side.
Rolling out to his right is Corey. Oh! Good cut! Touchdown, Crusaders!
Robert Ingram, was that what that was? 15?
Yep. Robert Ingram there with the catch.
Wow. The junior Robert Ingram. What a tremendous play. He looked to be wide open. And now as you were pointing, he looked wide open at a tremendous time. A flag on the field. This might be coming back.
Yeah, I think it's on the offense.
Wow, a huge break for the O'Day defense. It looks like it was a hold. Wow. A tremendous shift for the Crusaders, but so far they have been coming out strong here in the second half, moving the ball at will, it seems. So we'll see if they're able to respond here. But wow.
Second and 15 here for the Crusaders.
the momentum of it, the offense is clearly there.
Crushing penalty there.
There's going to be some
Here's
pressure.
Corey, dropping back on the launch one deep. Incomplete. Trying to throw it to the right side for his receiver.
Excellent play there from number 38, Frederick Parks. He broke it up, put a hand in the air, smacked the ball away. Now what do the Crusaders do? If they can't make a play here, this drive will have gone from ending in a touchdown to being stalled out as a result of a holding call. What a massive swing in momentum potentially. But they've still got another play.
3rd and 15 here for the Crusaders.
Maybe try to get into range for a long field goal too.
The receivers to his left, one to his right. And
Motion
Charles in
didn't
the backfield. Corey dropping back to pass. Rolling out to his right.
He's got
Corey
time.
throwing one deep.
Man.
A great play by the defensive back for O'Day.
And Corey was scrambling to his left, threw it back across his body. Normally you don't like to see that play being made at a high school level, but it looked there.
There was a receiver open.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive back. He looked almost wide open. And now Crusaders will be punting again for the 5th time?
Yes. Look back at that penalty, that holding penalty earlier. Cost EC a touchdown there. Now they're punting again, Micah Bartle.
High snap, but he fielded it.
Flag on the field. Both going to go out about the 12-yard line.
Strong punt, but there is another penalty flag.
No, it looks like it was. I think it might be maybe. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if it was 88 or 48. I don't know.
George, did you see who knocked the ball away on the 3rd down? I couldn't tell if it was 88 or 38.
I want to say 48.
48.
Was it? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, that's another DB. It could be.
I thought it was 48.
48. That would be Travis
I
Gardner.
recognized the 8.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, here comes O'Day yet again on offense. Still a positive drive for the Crusaders in terms of starting to shift their offense to be moving the ball, but ultimately O'Day with the bend don't break defense.
Here they are. 1st and 10 here for the Irish on their own 17-yard line.
Tim Leverett and at quarterback. We haven't talked about him a lot, but he's been doing a good job game managing this so far.
Hand it off here. It's going to be to Springfield. Almost. Gets a 1st down with that run.
Did a good job reaching across the line as he was being brought down. And that'll move the chains yet again. Just a straight ahead run.
That's exactly what he wants to do, is get outside the hashes and try to find some space in between the numbers.
Springfield has been a workhorse today in this Irish offense.
Once he gets a couple of steps free, he can get real loose real quick.
1st and 10 here. We're going to go with the run again. Cutting up the middle, about 5 yards there with that run.
You have to wonder if EC's defense starting to wear down just a little bit here. Back-to-back significant gains on the run, and this has been O'Day. This is what O'Day does. They run the ball until they can't, and typically the defense breaks before they do. But EC's defense, if any team can stop it, it's their defense. They have a tremendous defense, arguably the best in the state. We'll see what gives here.
Springfield running there. No gain there. The flag's on the field.
And you see there, even with the flag, like what makes this EC defense so great. They have multiple guys coming to the ball on any given play. It's never, they don't rely on just one playmaker. They have those guys who could be on that caliber, like a Jalen Keller, like a Wasi Lugalobi, like a Carson McAleer. But instead, they all work together and ultimately swarm the ball. But this time, it looks like it was a holding call on O'Day.
Holding on O'Day here. 2nd and 15 here for the Irish.
The 2nd and 15 for the Irish.
Split backfield.
Leverett here. Gonna scramble there.
An interesting play action tactic. He swung his shoulders around to almost fake it to both running backs. Hard to run a play action in that fashion out of the split formation. And he managed to pick up some yardage.
Third and 10 here for the Irish. Around 35-yard line. Leverett is going to pass it over the middle. That's caught. But number 80, Xander Turner, he's going to be short.
We mentioned Turner earlier. He's a playmaker. When O'Day does decide to throw the ball, they look in his direction. But he could not get the first down.
4th and 3 for the Irish. They're going to send the punt squad out there.
Keller back to receive the punt.
That's a little wobbly. Punt's going to roll all the way to the 13-yard line.
Solid punt there, and it looked like a Crusaders rusher was almost able to get there and block the punt. As it was, a wobbly ball, but it still traveled 51 yards. So the story continues to remain. Isaac Corey, what is his status? What is the seriousness of the shoulder injury? All unknown so far, but he's heading back out there. He did not look to be affecting him on the last drive out, as they were moving the ball pretty efficiently until the holding penalty really slowed him down and prevented them from making anything out of that drive.
First 10 for the Crusaders on their own 14. Hand off to Burrows, going to bounce out to the outside and tackled.
Big play for the team.
Second, 13 here for the Crusaders. Corey, the wide receiver screen, throws it to his right. That play's going to get blown up as well.
They set up the play action receiver screen. Way too many O'Day defenders in the mix for the one receiver blocker to be able to make a play and open space up for Ingram, who did have the touchdown that was called back on the previous EC drive.
Third and 14 here at the Crusaders at their own 8-yard line. The receivers to Corey's left, one to his right. Corey going to drop back to pass. Oh no.
And the O'Day coaches are looking for an intentional grounding call. And the refs look like they're going to confer about it too.
Morris is going to rush immediately. Almost taken down, he was falling, just threw that ball out of bounds. Lucky he didn't fall in the end zone for a safety there.
It was very close to being, it looked to be an intentional grounding that would have also resulted in a safety. So a crucial break for the Crusaders. And now they've got a punt with their back against the wall.
Michael Barlow here for punt for his 6th punt of the day, I believe.
35-yard punt, no return.
For a catch at the 41.
Irish ball, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, we've talked about EC's missed opportunities when they've had the ball on the plus side of the field. let's see if O'Day can capitalize on these missed opportunities, because with how tight this game has been, with how neither offense has been able to make the ball, whoever can move the ball, whoever can break through, that's going to make the difference.
O'Day here with the run to Springfield. Ooh. Tackled in the backfield. Going to be a loss of 1 with that run.
Well, number 70, Ryan Springfield, no gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. O'Day.
Second and 10 here for the Irish. Gonna hand it off right up the middle. Gain of about 4 with that run.
A 4-yard run for Malik Dawson.
Irish
3rd and 6 for the Irish.
hand off right up the middle to Malik Dawson.
Well, Eastside's defense continuing to show up to the task. They really have shown up today, doing a terrific job of not breaking. They've been bending but not breaking. And let's see if O'Day can break through now. 3rd down.
3rd and 6 here for O'Day. See what they do. Here, play action here. Gonna throw one deep. Pass caught.
It looks like that was Turner.
Turner again. His 3rd catch of the day, I believe.
With a 23-yard completion to number 80, Xander Turner. Good for a Fighting Irish first down.
Big play.
Turner, as we mentioned, in Eastern Washington,
The 1st and 10.
he is really a playmaker for O'Day when they do need to throw the ball. And in situations like that, you know their quarterback's looking for them. He had a pump fake and then looked in Turner's direction. It almost looked a little bit underthrown, but Turner was able to redirect his body, come back for the ball, and haul it in.
Offense so reliant on the running game. The game changed quite a bit in the playbook.
First and 10 here for the Irish on EC's 13-yard line. First time of the day they're in EC's red zone. It's tight end motion. False start here. I know Dave's going to push him back.
It'll be 1st and 15 for the 18-yard line.
If they make it a 2-possession game, if they trust the leg and they're quicker, say, yeah, good move this game. Almost acts as good at get your water snacks. I think you want to spare water. I'd take that. I'd take another one. I'd take some more water.
1st and 15 here for O'Day. EC's 18-yard line. Hand it off to...
That
was Rasan Thomas, typically lined up at safety for O'Day. There he gets the ball. And he's being recruited by Nevada, and he might be O'Day's top-ranked senior, coming in at number 32 in the state per 24/7 Sports.
Looked like he made 4 or 5 reads before he actually...
He's in the backfield again.
2nd and 7 here for O'Day. Gonna hand it off to Thomas. Gets stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Not enough room for Thomas this time.
1-yard run for Rasan Thomas.
And Springfield comes back to the
3rd and 6. O'Day.
Third and 8 here, or 3rd and 6 here, excuse me. Wheel Bencaro in motion. They're gonna throw a screen to Bencaro. Shoots the defender, he's gonna Gets into the end zone, I believe, for a touchdown, but there's a flag on the field.
You have to marvel at the amount of plays in which penalties have been leaving huge game-changing plays hanging in the balance. Wow. And the rest will confer here.
Short there on that catch. They're marking up the one. There's a face mask on the Crusaders. First and goal for the Irish at the 1 yard line.
First and goal from the 1 yard line.
First and goal for the Irish after that face mask on Eastside Catholic.
Initially, I had thought Vancaro had broken the plane.
Same. They marked him short. He's going to run it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, O'Day.
So now EC has himself in a situation. They're just potentially heading into the fourth quarter. They've been in these situations before. Can Isaac Corey and the Crusaders offense finally get the ball moving again like they did on the first drive coming out of the half?
O'Day's field goal unit here to kick the extra point. Kick is up. And it is good, extending O'Day's lead of 14-0.
1:15 remaining in the third quarter. O'Day 14. Eastside Catholic 0.
These guys have been here before. Coach Dom Dostley has a ton of experience as a coach and as a player in these big moments. He was an offensive lineman at the University of Washington when they won the Rose Bowl in 2001. And even as a coach, both at EC and in previous college coaching roles at UNLV and Montana, he has this experience to guide this team. Can the veteran seniors step A's? The time is now for the Crusaders team, ranked at number 3 in most rankings, and with O'Day at number 4. A win for either of these teams would no doubt probably put them up to 1 or 2.
Eastside Catholic here to receive the kick after that O'Day touchdown drive. Take it back. Going to be returned by Nick Jones. Going to run on his left side. He's taken down at the 29-yard line.
A 25-yard return, number 22, Nicholas Jones.
They'll give him the 30.
The Crusader ball, first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 here for the Crusaders. Their own 30-yard line. Hoping to finally put some points on the board with this drive. There are a minute and 9 seconds left. Hand off to Burrows. Going to bounce it to the outside. So, Burrows gets 8 yards on the run, but there is a flag.
It'll be holding on Eastside Catholic.
See again with the momentum, but you got to get right in front of the
20-yard line.
Penalty on Eastside Catholic. 1st and 20 for the Crusaders at their own 20-yard line. Corey, play action. Looking, throwing it to his left side. And it's intercepted!
Sage
Selapek. Sage Selapek there with the interception. The flag on the field.
I mentioned this before, but so many of these impactful plays being left up to the ref. And they, all 5 of them converted once again.
I think this one might be on O'Day.
Extremely good play up front.
EC's offense is staying on the field. It does appear that way.
Let's see here. Oh no.
Penalty decline. It was against EC.
Against EC.
Oh, look.
Wait. Penalties on both teams here.
But they don't offset. Well, look, Corey had what looked to be a clean pocket. He had time. He had receivers down the field. Unable to connect there. Selapek with a great play.
Selapek now with a punt return touchdown. Now an interception on the day.
Truly an impactful day for him.
They're going to run it with Springfield up the middle. Breaking a tackle. 4 yards for that run.
5-yard run by Uriah Springfield. 2nd and 5 Irish.
O'Day's going to let this wind down to the end of the quarter. End of the 3rd quarter here, O'Day with the lead 14-0.
In the 3 quarters, our score, O'Day 14, Eastside Catholic 0.
Start of the 4th quarter. 2nd and 5. They're going to run it with Springfield. Get to about a yard with that run.
Game now. Springfield has proven
1-yard run for Uriah Springfield. 3rd and 4 Irish.
now when you're up by 2 scores, you can run the clock down and make the plays with your short.
Will be 3rd and 4 here. Throw day. At least he's 35-yard line. 5-4-9 movement. Gonna hand it off to Springfield. He's gonna cut the middle. Short. He'll be short of that 1st down marker.
3-yard run on the 7-yard Springfield.
So what will head coach Monty Kohler of O'Day elect to do here?
4th and 1.
4th and short.
It seems like the offense is gonna stay out there.
You have to think a 1st down would be huge here.
1 here for Irish. Gonna go out with the play action. An incomplete pass, knocked away by Wassy Lovi, but there's flag on the field.
The flag was thrown in the area that would make me assume that the refs are calling that a pass interference, which is a call that I frankly disagree with. He looked like he cleanly swatted the ball away, and that is indeed the call. Wow.
From up here, it looked like Wassy just swatted that ball perfectly. But
well, they were once again looking for Turner, the reliable target, but I thought Wassy had a clean play on the ball.
First and 10 here for the Irish on the 17-yard line. He's gonna run it with Springfield, gonna bounce out to the outside. It's about five yards for that run.
And O'Day is 1 for 1 on their red zone trips to the end zone so far.
Four-yard run by Uriah Springfield with a 2nd and 6 for the Irish.
You have to think that EC needs a stop here. If I'm dumb, I would be sending pressure here, trying to make a quarterback make a mistake. And EC has the capacity to do so with several high-speed linebackers to bring extra pressure.
2nd and 5 here. They're gonna pitch it to Springfield outside. Tackle. Might have gone back to the line of scrimmage there.
It was a good contain from Kaz Latelli on the outside.
No game is playing. It's a 3rd and 6 for the Irish.
Well, here's the situation for EC. A stop, and they kick a field goal, you still have a 3-possession game. So UD is looking to cause some chaos right now. A takeaway would really put them right back in this game, and a field goal would still not be great. They might have to take a risk here and bring a lot of pressure. 7 in the box.
3rd and 6 here. Gonna hand it off to Springfield up the middle. And he's not gonna get that first down. He's 4th down here for the Irish.
1-yard run by Uriah Springfield. Brings up 4th and 5 from the 12-yard line.
It looks like they're sending in the kicking team.
No.
Quarterback is still out there.
Quarterback's still out there.
Oh, he's holding.
3-possession game, or it acts like a 3-possession at the punt.
Lisi has gotten close to blocking some of these kicks. Look at Keller on the outside. He's got to get in there and try to block this one. It's tough to time.
The kick is up, and it is good.
27-yard field goal by Owen released it is good. And our score with 8:11 remaining in the game. O'Day 17, Eastside Penalty 0.
But look, here's the situation. EC has not been able to produce scores on offense. That does not mean they have not moved the ball. We keep referencing this drive, but on the first drive of the second half, they moved it all the way to the end zone, save for the hold. And even without the hold, they were able to move it 60, 70 yards. So you have to wonder if they can recapture that momentum and play with a sense of urgency here. They've got to push the ball downfield, get it to their playmakers in the middle, and by the numbers, wherever they can get it to them. But they have to start pushing the ball. For O'Day, at this point, they just have to play conservative. They can't let anyone get behind them. They got to play their guys back. They've only been using 1 or 2 safeties, but those safeties have a huge role to play now because you know that EC is going to send their playmakers down the field, especially guys like Asa Thompson.
Burrows and Jones back to receive the kick. This one gonna win Jeremiah Burrows' hand. He'll take it out. Burrows tackled about the 31-yard line.
32-yard return by number 6, Jeremiah Burrows.
And here comes the EC's offense back on the field. Hasn't put up any points the whole game, but You got to think with 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in this game, down 17-0, they have to put up points on the board and they have to do it fast.
Absolutely. They've got to start really airing it out here. Can't be running the ball in this situation, in my opinion.
The pressure is so quick and not allowing anything to get open. You have to try to keep O'Day guessing a little bit, even though they're playing with all the momentum. They know.
Backup quarterback Lucas Villasenor back out here. And the ball's fumbled. He able to throw it to Jeremiah Burrows, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And almost a catastrophic mistake for the Crusaders. But once again, Corey out of the Gators.
He is on the sideline.
Yes, he is on the sideline with his helmet off. You have to wonder if he re-aggravated the shoulder injury or whatever the case may be.
Here's EC's 2nd and 10. Senor rolling out to his right, pump faking, looking, thrown deep. Try to throw to Asa Thompson over the middle, but the pass is broken up by Sage Selopek. He's just having a great game today.
He's been all over the field, and that is a tall task defending a playmaker like Thompson. You have to give it up to Solopek. He has been absolutely all over the field, and he has been the difference maker for O'Day today. But that was exactly what EC's been wanting to do. Get it in the hands of their playmakers, get it down the field.
It's actually a pretty good play call. Pretty good execution.
Unable to connect yet again.
3rd and 10 here for the Crusaders. Senor getting rushed. He's rolling out to his right, looking. He's just gonna.
And the ball's
out.
The officials will check to make sure.
And the officials said.
Celebrates. And
Is
no signal. Well, look, regardless of the outcome here, you have to be disappointed with the execution on these screen passes. We understand the situation and why they've been calling them because of O'Day's pressure, but just unable. And there it is.
It's O'Day's football.
The 40-yard line.
You know, caught that one.
21.
It's been dangerous all day, especially if you got no one in front of you.
I think it was 21.
He's expecting
Madden
the ball carrier to
Westman
do everything right there.
Caught the ball on the outside on that. As he was getting tackled, the ball just popped loose.
Closed in from both sides.
And the Irish landed on it. 1st down here. Springfield bouncing to the outside. About 5 yards with that run. And I mean, say maybe even if O'Day puts up a field goal here and they just waste enough clock, this game will probably be over and out of reach for the Crusaders.
And this is what O'Day does best. We've seen it all game. Using the ball at the point of attack, hammering it home. And now, if they're able to do that at the level they've been doing it all game, they might be able to close this one out.
Offense has been running the whole game. Pretty sure they attempted under 10 passes probably this game. And hand it off again to Springfield. It's going to run up the middle, short of the 1st down. Going to be a 3rd and 1 here, I believe.
You have to appreciate Springfield's straight-ahead running ability and stamina. He's been being used through this whole game. And wait a minute.
Oh, there's a player down. The Crusaders down on the field.
Time on the field.
Crusader down on the field here.
It appeared to be one of their linemen, but unable to get an identifying number. Medical personnel. There doesn't look to be a lot of medical personnel around the player.
Laying down on the field.
The likes of Miles Gaskin recently into the league. Also, Taylor Wade, the outstanding defensive back. And of course, my guy Nate Burleson, Seattle legend, also a media legend. All under the tutelage of an outstanding OJ program. And Monty's been going on 40 years.
Wow, and I hate to see for 53, Jojo Matsuzuya. He's been a keystone of the Eastside Catholic offensive and defensive lines. The Idaho commit. Just disheartening to see.
Hobbling off the field. So with some help of the EC coaching staff. Painful to see.
Absolutely unfortunate. This is a guy who's played with a lot of heart throughout his 4 seasons on the team. And now the clock will wind. Under 6 minutes to go.
Third and 2 here for the Irish. Springfield in the backfield here.
Where's that number 5?
Springfield again? Oh no.
There's Rasan Thomas yet again.
Son Thomas with that run.
Moves the chains. You can see Thomas a little bit lankier back there. He's standing at 6'5", which is a rare sight to see from the running back position. But he's able to find the gaps and keep the ball going forward.
First and 10 here for the Irish at EC's 27-yard line. Running right up the middle, about 5 yards with that carry.
3-yard run, first down, number 24, Malik Dawson. Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Irish.
Malik Dawson with that 3-yard run. 2nd and 7 here for the Irish.
Run by number 70, Ryan Springfield, for no gain.
No yards on that run, 3rd and 7. for the Irish. Timeout taken by Eastside Catholic. Throw it here to the right side.
Yeah,
incomplete.
Pass intended for number 80, Xavier Turner, falls incomplete.
They were looking for Turner yet again. Well, at this point, it would take a myriad of mistakes for O'Day and a lot to go in EC's favor to make this game competitive. So now you just have to see what EC can do to take away something positive from this game down the stretch. I think one positive they can take away from this game has been the play of Wasi Lugalobi.
Owen Livingston with the kick up. And it is good.
Livingston is good. And a score with 3:23 remaining in the game.
Livingston continue to be reliable.
0.
That extends O'Day's lead 20-0. With 3:43 left on this clock.
Well, look, this is why this has been such a back and forth rivalry. With a win today, in the last 20 years between these two teams, it'll be dead even, 13-13. Both of these teams have playoff and even state championship aspirations. We will see if they meet somewhere down the line. Because these two teams have been arguably the examples of excellence in both the Metro League and in 3A state football, especially with both Bellevue and Yelm moving to 4A. So I would expect for both of them to be strong contenders as we go into November and December.
It off. Roll. Jeremiah Burrow's going to pick it up at the 11-yard line. Running to his left side. Going to outrun some defenders. Goes out about the 31-yard line.
Return number 6, Jeremiah Burrows. But he appreciated it all. 1st and 10 for the 31-yard line.
Danny, we touched on it a little bit last week. It's going to be interesting for me to see Eastside Catholic absolutely dominating. 64-0. They have their second team, maybe third team out there in the second half.
Lucas Villasenor back at quarterback, leading this offense back on the field. Isaac Corey, during that O'Day offensive drive, went back to the locker room, and it seems like he's done for the rest of this game.
From that one into this one, you find a team that is very differently put together.
Villasenor here, looking, gonna throw one deep, and it is caught by Nick Jones, the running back.
Huge play there for Jones.
35-yard pass completion, number 22, Nicholas Jones, the Crusader ball, 1st and 10 from the 35.
back to pass, throwing it to his trying to throw it to his receiver to his left, but it's off target. That one goes into the dirt.
Pass intended for 15, Robert Ingram calls incomplete. Second and 10, Eastside Catholic.
2nd and 10 for the Crusaders.
Well, look, all you can ask for right now is to see if Villaseñor can march down the field with this team and put some points on the board. He had that deep completion. Let's see what he can do as Corey headed to the locker room.
Senor back to pass again. Stepping up in the pocket. Looking. Gonna throw one deep. Had Jeremiah Burrows in the end zone, but he overthrows him.
That was just out of Burrows' reach. Oh. Well, there you go. You had the opportunity.
Your attention, please. Saris Zawadzki. Once again, Saris Zawadzki. Please report to the Orange Crush Store.
Burrows did what he could on that play. He leaped as high as he could, outstretched his hands, but it was just out of his reach.
Goes Senor here. Back up. He has Nick Jones in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers and 1 tight end to his left. Wide receiver to his right.
Oh, they might be sending a defensive back there, and there they do.
They send 5. Bill Senor rolling out to his right. And
it looks like he intercepted it and then just threw it to the sideline.
Pitch it to his teammate as they were running out of bounds for the interception.
there is a flat on the field.
Perhaps they're unsportsmanlike conduct. Maybe they're viewing it as he tried throwing to the ref. I'm not sure what the intention of the O'Day defender was.
Yeah, I think we'll go as an incompleted pass.
Sportsmanlike conduct on both sides. The penalties will offset, and it's a redo of the down. Wow, so another crucial play offset.
Correction, 4th and 10 for the Crusaders from the 35-yard line.
And here you go. Now, last chance for the Crusaders to try to make the most of another drive. They'll try to avoid a shutout.
Luca Villaseñor. The receivers to his left, one to his right. Burrows in the backfield, dropping back to pass. The pressure is getting to him, and he's going to get sacked.
That's fine.
Tackle for loss, number 59,
Tavita Nonu there with the sack.
Wow, he absolutely wrapped him up on that play. And that really sums up this entire game. From the perspective of O'Day's defense, they have gotten constant pressure, especially from their linebackers and defensive ends. And the interior defensive line, you have to give them credit too. They have been stalwarts, especially on run plays. Burrows was able to get through a couple of times, but relatively speaking, they really did not let up a ton of huge runs.
That play there might have just taken the life out of Eastside Catholic there.
And all he can do is start looking ahead.
Gonna run with Springfield up the middle. He's gonna bounce to the outside, breaks the tackle.
Tremendous juke there too.
Got about 7 yards with that run there.
But look, for Eastside Catholic, you have to take it a week at a time. Obviously, this game means a lot to their fans and to their players, but they might see them down the line soon as well. It's just a game. and they have a huge schedule coming up too. Next up, they'll be playing Ballard. But for O'Day, what this game means to them cannot be understated. To come in and take their second consecutive victory against the Crusaders at Acosta Field. At Acosta Field, nonetheless, which is a tough environment to go into.
We're up the middle here. I think it's gonna.
They had tremendous difference makers on both sides of the ball. Guys like Xander Turner, Rasan Thomas, and of course you can't say difference makers and leave out Stringfield. I mean, he was tremendous. But if you really had to highlight one guy for O'Day who really made the difference, I would say it was Sage Salopek. He had the terrific punt return touchdown to get things started, which was the only points of the game for a significant chunk of it. And then, of course, you also had one of several O'Day interceptions. And now the big questions that EC will have to answer heading into next week. What will be the status of Corey? We saw him go into the locker room with a shoulder injury. It did not sound good. He came back out in the second half, resumed play, and then he went back into the locker room. What does this mean for his status next week?
Run up the middle here with Springfield. Gets the first down.
And how will the game just, wow, and a referee down on the play. And the game's starting to get a little chippy here. But yeah, how will EC adjust if they have to play Luca Villasenor? He made some plays, but ultimately Corey's dual threat ability was really a driving factor for this offense. And we'll have to see what Coach Dom Daste does to readjust this. We've got a referee down on the field. He appears to have aggravated his knee. But O'Day next week, they'll be heading to Bishop Blanchette.
Of course, consistency can be very hard. It's hard to maintain the game. That was a big part of it. Helping how the season continues. Villasenor close friend has done the best he could in the position of filling in. He was given the ball. He seemed confident, and it seemed like he was getting in that big run to try to get something.
Only time is first and 10 O'Day from 43-yard line.
First and 10 here for the Irish.
Looks like they're in victory formation. Well, look, the implications, as we mentioned, O'Day with a win here today, unquestionably may have to be considered the #1 team in the state. To come in to Acosta Field and dominate the way they did is a impressive feat for any team, and especially a team already of O'Day's caliber. No question, might have to put them there, at least in 3A. But for EC, they've got to just keep their head up, go into next week, and continue to do what they've been doing against the other 3A Metro League teams. But as the clock runs down, what a statement win for the Fighting Irish.
Kneel down here. And that's going to seal this game. O'Day heads into Costa Field and shuts out Eastside Catholic.